Alright, it's time to finish this bad boy. At first I thought we could do the rest of the work in one video, but I think it will be too long, so I decided to split it up in 2 videos. So in this first one, we're going to create the navigation and the movie info component. And in the next one, we'll create the movie info bar and the grid, and we also put everything together in the movie component. So let's get started. We start with the navigation, and that's the one we have up here that's showing us the actual movie and our link to the homepage. As usual, we'll give our Rapidiv a class name, and we call it RMDB navigation, like so. Then we create a new div with a class name of RMDB navigation content. And inside we want to create a link so we can go back to the home page. We create the link with a link tag, and we set the to just a / because we want to go to the root. And then we just have a paragraph and we write home. And after this link, we create a new paragraph with just a /, and that's the one you can see here. We're dividing these two with this /. Then we create a new paragraph and we grab our movie title from props.movie, like so. And this is all we have to do in the navigation component. So we'll open up our movieinfo.js file, our movie info component, and we'll continue with that one now. And what do we have to do in this one? Well, there's going to be a lot of JSX and div tags in this one, and we're also going to grab some props to show here, because we're showing a lot. We show a thumbnail, we show a title, a plot, we have like a meter here that's showing the IMDb rating. And this one is actually not going to be in percent. I changed this one, so we're just showing the score, like 8.3. And we have the directors, and we have an icon. We also have a background image, just as before in our hero image. So let's start with this. So we'll start with a class name on the Rapidiv RMDB movie info, like so. And for this one, we want to create some inline styling because we're setting the background image on this one. So we write style equals, and then 2 curly braces, one because we're using JavaScript and one because we're creating a style object. So we write background, colon, and we are going to do a Turner operator here to check if we really have a background image. Otherwise, we just set the color to black. So we grab this one from props.movie backdrop path, question mark, and if it exists, we can grab the URL for the movie. So we do a backtick, we write URL, parenthesis, a regular tick, and we can grab our image base URL, like so. Then we have our backdrop size. Then we do a / and we grab our image URL from props.movie.backdrop path. We do a curly brace and a regular tick and a parenthesis and a backtick. And if we can't find any backdrop image, we just set the background to black. Do this by writing like so. We continue on and we create a new div for this next one with a class name of RMDB movie info content, like so. And we have another div with a class name of RMDB movie info thumb. This is our thumbnail image we're going to show here. We already imported our movie thumb, and we can use that component here. So we write movie thumb, and we're going to give it some props. First, we have an image, and we do a Turner operator again to check if we really have an image. Otherwise, we'll fall back to our fallback image. Props movie.poster path. we do a backtick and we grab, as usual, our image base URL. And we grab our poster size. We do a / and we grab the image URL from props.movie.posterpath. Backtick and we do a colon. And if we can't find a poster for this movie, we just return our fallback. And we find that in images, no image.jpg. So there it is. We also want to set this one to clickable false because we won't be able to click on this one. We give it a prop with clickable and false. And note that I have to use the curly braces because the false is in JavaScript, so we use curly braces around it when we send in this prop. And then we can close our movie thumb. Next, we create a new div with a class name of RMDB movie info text. Then we do an h1 tag and we grab our movie title by props.movie.title, like so. Then we create an h3 tag and we write plot inside of it. We create a paragraph and we grab the text from props.movie.overview. And these are, of course, predefined properties in the API object we receive. We create a new h3 tag and write IMDb rating, like so. Then we create a new div with a class name of RMDB rating. And inside of this div, we use the meter tag. The meter tag is a predefined tag in HTML we can use to create meters like this. So we write meter, and this meter have different attributes we have to set for it to work. So first we set the min value to 0. We set the max value to 100. We set the optimum value to 100. We set the low value to 40. We set the high value to 70. And we set our value. And this one we're grabbing from props. Whoops. It should be like this. So we grab it from props.movie.voteAverage. We also have to multiply it by 10 to get it to match our other values we've set in the meter. Close this. And we also can close it with a closing tag for the meter. And then, maybe I should explain these values for you first. The min value, of course, is the least value on the meter, and max is the maximum. The optimum is the value we want it to be, the optimum value on the scale, and this one is, of course, 100 out of 100. A low value, below this value, our meter will turn red, and between 40 and 70, our meter will turn orange, and over 70, our meter will be green. And I've predefined this in the CSS file for you, so you don't have to do anything about it. So we create a paragraph with a class name of RMDB score. We grab our score from props.movie.voteAverage, like so, and we close our paragraph. Then we want to check if the directors are more than one. If it's more than one, it should say directors. If it's only one, it should say director. So we do this by a ternary operator, as usual. We grab from props.directors. We can check the length of that array. If it's longer than one, we know that there's more than one director. So we'll return an h3 tag with directors. Otherwise, we'll return an h3 tag with director, like so. Then we can use the map method on the directors array to create elements for each director. We do that by writing props.directors map, and we have an element and an iterator. We create an arrow function, and inside this function we have to return something. So we return a paragraph for each director. It has to have a key. It has a class name of RMDB director, and we return the element dot name for this one. So it will go through every director in the array and create a paragraph for each director. We also want to have a font awesome icon. That's the movie icon here in the corner. We give that a class name of FA film. We name film, and size is going to be 5 times on this one. Like so. Then we could save it. We finish this component, and it won't work yet because we still have some errors. We're not sending in any props, so it won't work now. But it will work when we've finished the next video. See you then.